What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Professor Anime, and in today's video, guys, I got a very special video for you all. That is right, we are going to be discussing what anime will I be watching for the 2017 winter season. So, will next season of next year start off strong for anime? Who knows? We're going to get down into this list and basically talk about what I will be discussing, what I will be watching, what I am not going to watch, what I could watch in the future. It's pretty much just all depends on the feedback that I receive, what you guys would like to see me review, and also, you know, what I personally want to review. So, we've had a lot of great anime that has been airing this year, but again, it's time to get into the new year and see what we can expect of the winter 2017 season of anime. So, let's get into this video. First off the list, we are going to start with Konosuba Season 2. Definitely I will be watching this. It's more like going to be like a series that I'm probably going to react to because Konosuba is one of the funniest anime that I have seen in a very long time. And I've had a blast watching this. A few friends actually recommended me to watch this, and I was like, you know what, I'll give it a shot. And I've had a blast with this series. So definitely watching Konosuba. Next up is Blue Exorcist, second season. Very interesting that we're actually getting a second season to this series. I personally enjoyed the first season of Blue Exorcist. I know that at the midpoint, a lot of people were, you know, conflicted as to what the series became at the end. And it basically, the manga was still going on at the time as to basically the studio ended up diverting from the manga of Blue Exorcist Season 1. Like, first it was canon, and then the later portions, it actually became filler. And it kind of like screwed up the plot a little bit, and a lot of people did not like it. But I personally enjoyed Season 1, even the filler. Of course, it wasn't as great compared to the actual canon episodes, but I still enjoyed the show. I'm definitely going to be watching I'll Know Exorcist Season 2, definitely when this comes out, and I'm already reading the manga. I'm on Volume 8. This will actually take place with the Impure King arc, and I'm pretty much almost done with that arc right now. So, definitely going to watch I'll Know Exorcist. Next up, we have Masuminu-kun, No Revenge. As an overweight child, Makabe was mercilessly teased and bullied by one particular girl, Arakaki Aki. Determined one day to exact his revenge upon her, Makabe begins a rigorous regimen of self-improvement and personal transformation. Years later, Masamune reemerges as a new man, handsome, popular with perfect grades, and good at sports. Masamune-kun transfers to Aki's school and is unrecognizable to her. Now Masamune-kun is ready to confront her, who bullied him so many years ago, and humiliate her at last. But will revenge be as sweet as he thought? So, it's a comedy, harem, romance, shonen anime. I'm not particularly too fond of harems. I think there's only been, like, only a few that I actually particularly liked. But we'll give it a shot. I'm trying to give pretty much every series a shot because, again, you know, I'm not going to just judge, you know, a book by its cover, you know. I at least have to give it a shot. So, who knows? It could be funny. You know what? We'll see. Trickster Season 2, I believe. This is a continuation of Trickster. I personally never watched Trickster, but I didn't really hear many good things about it. So, I am not going to be watching this because I was never fond of Season 1 anyway. So, alright, and then next up we are, I accidentally pressed watching, but anyway, we're going to be watching Tales of Zestiria. We're going to be seeing Tales of Zestiria second season actually appear, which is the second core of Tales of Zestiria the X. So definitely going to be watching that. I made videos on Tales of Zestiria in the past, and I personally really enjoyed it. I think it's a pretty good adaptation of the game. Of course, they left out a few things and actually changed some stuff around, but again, I enjoyed it, and I am stoked for season 2. So definitely going to be watching that. Next up is Kuzo no Honkai. 17-year-old Awawa Mugi and Yasuroka Hanabi appear to be the ideal couple. They are both pretty popular, and they seem to suit each other well. However, outsiders don't know of the secret they share. Both Mugi and Hanabi have hopeless crushes on someone else, and they are only dating each other to soothe their loneliness. Mugi is in love with Minogawa Akane, a young teacher who used to be his home teacher. Hanabi is also in love with the teacher, a young man who has been a family friend since she was little. In each other, they find a place where they can grieve for the ones they cannot have, and they share a loneliness-driven physical intimacy. Will things stay like this for them forever? So it's a drama and romance and seinen anime. Seinen is usually good, and it's gonna be a drama anime as well. Usually seinen anime is particularly good, so I might give it a shot. Next up is Threegatsu no Lion. I believe Threegatsu no Lion, this is either the second core, I believe, or it's just continuing on, because I know this series is actually scheduled for like 24 or 26 episodes. So, and I'm really enjoying Threegatsu no Lion. March Comes In Like a Lion is fantastic. I've watched this season of it. I'm caught up, and I think it's, really good. I personally think it's really good. So if you haven't watched March Comes In Like a Lion, I suggest you watch it because it is actually very, very entertaining. Alright, next up we have Chaos Child. So this is kind of like a spin-off to like Chaos Head, I believe. It's a harem mystery psychological sci-fi and supernatural anime. I saw the first episode of Chaos Head. I didn't particularly like it, but Chaos Head and Chaos Child and also Occultic 9, we know that, if a studio has like a semicolon in the title, it basically revolves around the same sort of universe as Steins Gate, and it is a visual novel. It is based off a visual novel. I don't know if I will exactly be watching this just because of the fact that I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Chaos Child takes place in October 2015, 6 years after the events of Chaos Head. Abnormal events begin to occur in Shibuya District, including mysterious deaths. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really like Chaos Head, so I don't know. Next up is Handshakers. Now, this is one of the anime that a lot of people, well, a handful of people seem to be really hyped about, mainly because of the animation. If you have seen the PVs of this show, it is actually very, very good looking. All the flashiness. It looks very pretty. That's the best way to put it. As far as the story goes, we don't really know much about it, but let's go ahead and read the description. It's mainly an action show. The anime takes place in Osaka in AD 20XX and revolves around the Handshakers, partners who can summon Nimrods. Okay? Weapons born from their deep psyche by joining hands. In order to grant the pair's wish, the Handshakers compete with and fight other Handshaker pairs. The top pair will then meet and challenge God. The receivers of the revelation of Babel. The challenges to God, they who inevitably throw themselves into battle with their partners, what does God want from them? And did they want powers exceeding that of gods, the chosen ones, their souls linked, join hand in hand of the ziggurat, where the fighting shall ensue? This looks like it's going to be a very complex story. But it'll definitely be something that I give a shot. I'll give it like the 3-episode treatment, because it does seem like it has potential, and I know that the animation is going to be spot on. Will the story be good? We don't know. The description seems like the story could be a bit complex, but we'll see how it's handled. So, we'll see. Next up is Fate Grand Order, First Order. So this is kind of like a spin-off of the Fate series. Can I watch this or not? The story is set in the year 2015, during the final era over which magic held sway to humanity, survival and security, as well as to prevent the final extinction of mankind. Thanks to the efforts of many researchers, the path of human history has been ensued for over 100 years. The apparent cause of the extinction was in the Japanese city of Fuyuki in 2004. Okay, it seems like it's a TV special. It does take place in the Fate universe, and it is a spin-off, and I guess it doesn't have to, like, you know, it's nothing really canon within the Fate universe, so I could probably just watch this on my own time. I don't really know if I should go about reviewing that. I mean, if you guys want to see reviews, I mean, maybe I'll do them, so, yeah, we'll see. Little Witch Academia. And it's by Studio Trigger. Yo, adventure, comedy, fantasy, magic, and school. Little Witch Academia. I've heard about this. So, we're actually getting a full-on series of this. This isn't actually going to be like a short. Okay, so, I've heard good things about Little Witch Academia. I heard a lot of people are hyped for that because, I mean, it is by Trigger, and usually Trigger ends up coming out with good stuff. So, I definitely want to watch this. Again, if you guys want me to review this, definitely let me know in the comments. Next up, we have Fuka, a drama, ecchi, music, romance, school, and shonen anime. Let's see, Diomedia, that's the studio. I don't think I've heard of them before. Let's see. New meetings always come suddenly. The protagonist, Yu Haruna, moves into a new town where he meets a somewhat strange girl who doesn't have a cell phone. The girl, Fuka, seems to have a strange allure that draws people to her, very much like a summer breeze. Looks like Yu has been caught up in one wild love story. I don't really know. Probably not. It doesn't, from the description, it doesn't really seem like it could be something that I particularly would watch, but again, I'm probably going to try to get, you know, at least everything a shot, but there is going to be some things that I don't watch, but I'm not trying to judge a book like it's on its cover, you know. I don't want to do that. I want to try to give everything a shot because it could be good, you know. Next up, we have Rewrite second season, and I couldn't get into Rewrite. Yeah. I heard many good things about the visual novel, but I don't know. A lot of people didn't like the first season, and I watched a couple episodes of the first season, and I didn't really like it all that much, so not going to watch that. Next up is Chain Chronicle. Graphinica and X-Telecom animation film. No description, no synopsis. I mean, the cover looks cool. I might give it a shot, but at this moment, given in time, it says no synopsis is available for the description at the time of recording this video. So, I don't know. I'm definitely going to have to see when it eventually comes out to actually see if I want to keep watching it, because there is no description, so we'll see. Next up is Grand Blue Fantasy the Animation. So this is actually based on a fighting game, and it's done by A1 Pictures. I'll probably watch this on my own time. This, again, is probably not going to be something that I end up reviewing. So, yeah. I'm probably just going to watch this on my own time, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Demi-chan wa Kataritai. Okay, Demi-chan wa Kataritai. Alright, so it's a comedy, fantasy, school, and seinen series. Okay, seinen. I'm liking it. It's done by A1 Pictures. A1 Pictures does some good stuff. Alright, so monsters of legend walk among us, going by the name demi-humans, right? Ever since he's discovered the demis, one young man has become obsessed with them. So when he gets a job as a teacher at a high school for demi-girls, it's a dream come true. But these demis, who include a rambunctious vampire, a bashful headless girl, and a succumbus, have all the problems normal teenagers have, on top of their supernatural conditions. How to handle a classroom full of them. So, that's very interesting. That's actually very interesting. That, from description alone, reminds me exactly like Monster Musume, except in a high school setting. I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch that and see how it goes. So, definitely something that I will be watching. Again, as far as reviews, you let me know in the comments down below. Usually I review serious shows, that's the main thing, so again, you know, depending on your feedback, if you want me to live react to something, review something, you know, I'm leaving that up to you guys. Next up is Akiba's Trip, the animation. Now, Akiba's Trip games take place in a reproduction of Tokyo's Akihabara district. I said that right before. Akihabara. Okay. District, where the player must fight vampires by tearing off their clothes and exposing them to sunlight. Okay. It's an action adventure, definitely an ecchi and supernatural show. Yeah, so this apparently is based on the games. This is going to be something I watch on my own time. Wink, wink. Okay. So next up we have Eldive, or Eldive. Action sci-fi shonen space. Studio Period. Studio Period. Sometimes they do good stuff, but let's read the synopsis at least. Chuta Kokonose is an orphan who lives with his aunt. For as long as he can remember, he's had a voice in his head. But other than that, he's a normal boy right until the day when a strangely looking thing follows him home and teleports him to a place filled with more fantastic creatures. It's a space police station, and Rain Brick, the chief of Solar System Department, tells him that he's been chosen by the computer as a possible candidate to join the police force. Although Mizusu Sonokata, a girl from Chudo's school with an angelic face and ill temper who turns out to be one of Rain Brick's subordinates, doesn't think him suitable for such a job. Chuta, who was shocked at first, decides to take aptitude test after being urged by the voice in his head and to prove Mizuzu wrong. I'll give it a shot. I mean, it doesn't really sound that entertaining, but again, I'll give it a shot. Next up, we have Studio Dean. Okay, Studio Dean, who is making Reikanzan, Ichi no Shikaku. Alright, in the story, a comet falling will bring about a great calamity, and in order to choose a child fated by the falling comet, the family of the Raikon clan, with a long storied history, is once again resuming its entrance examination process to find disciples. The protagonist, Oriku, Lu Wang in the original novel. Oh, okay, so this is based off a light novel series, okay. Who possesses a special soul that is only available once in 1,000 years, decides to take the exam, and he starts down the path toward becoming an exceptional sage. Studio Dean notes that the anime will be full of gags. Oh, okay. Comedy and fantasy. I don't know. I really don't know. Next up, we have All Out, School Seinen Sports, which is basically going to be the continuation of what we have been getting this season of All Out. So that's a good thing. I still need to catch up with All Out. I'm not caught up at this moment in time. But now, since school is finally over, well, the semester at least, hopefully I can actually catch up with All Out. So definitely need to catch up on that, and hopefully I can watch Season 2 when it airs. Next up, we have Kobayashi-san Chino Maid Dragon. Actually, I think I've heard about this. This actually might be good. It's a comedy seinen slice of life supernatural series, and it's done by Kyoto Animation. Kyoto Anime does some awesome work when it comes to the animation. However, I did not like Musaige no Phantom World. I did not like that. Kind of dropped that. But Kobayashi, let's read it. Miss Kobayashi is your average office worker who lives a boring life alone in her small apartment until she saves the life of a female dragon in distress. The dragon named Toru has the ability of magically transforming into an adorable human girl. Although, with horns and a long tail, you will do anything to pay off her debt of gratitude, whether Ms. Kobayashi likes it or not. With a very persistent and amorous dragon as her roommate, nothing comes easy, and Ms. Kobayashi's normal life is about to go off the deep end. So definitely, as you can tell by the title, it's definitely a comedy series. It's not going to be too focused on the plot. Maybe it could be something that I could react to. But it does seem something like it could be really funny, so definitely going to give that a shot. Alright, ooh, what is this with a cover photo? What? Yojo Senki by Studio Nut. There's an actual studio called Studio Nut. I'm assuming that the NUT stands for something, but Studio Nut. Actually, that's so weird. But I've heard that I think this studio is actually a new upcoming studio, and this is actually going to be their first major work. So I have no idea about this studio. It could be good, it could be bad. Let's go ahead and read what it says in the description. It's based off a light novel series, and on the front line of the war, there's a little girl. Blonde hair, blue eyes, and porcelain white skin. She commands the army with lisping voice. Okay, so that's the girl right there on the cover. Her name is Tanya Diagruchav, but in reality, she is one of Japan's most elite salarymen, reborn as a little girl. After angering a mysterious being X who calls himself God, and this little girl who prioritizes over anything else efficiency and her own carrier, will become the most dangerous being amongst the sorcerers of the Imperial Army. I mean, I don't know, it could be good. It's a new studio. I hear this is their first major work, so we don't really know how good this studio can be and what exactly they could be adapting. I mean, it's a light novel adaptation, so again, we're going to have to see what happens. So I'll give it a shot. Next up is Urara Meirocho. Urara Meirocho. Alright, so comedy, fantasy, historical, and seinen, and slice of life. Okay, slice of life. Alright, it seems like we're getting a lot of slice of life shows this season. And a lot based on light novels. But Urara Meirocho, or Meirocho, is okay, this one's based off a manga, and it's done by JC Staff. JC Staff is pretty good, okay? And it's a historical seinen. Alright, let's see. This is Meromachi, Labyrinth Town, the town of fortune-telling. In town, there is a future-telling shop called Urara, where girls aspiring to be fortune-tellers come from all over the country. Chia, who was raised in the mountains, comes to the town with a purpose. But what is it exactly? There she meets Kon, who is always serious. Kome, who loves all things Western, and the shy Nono. Their fun days of living together as apprentice fortune tellers are about to begin. To be honest, it doesn't really sound that exciting. Hey, I don't know. I really don't know. Next up, we have Gintama. Gintama. Gotta be completely honest with you. I have not watched Gintama. I've only seen like a couple of episodes, but nothing major. I think this is actually supposed to be the last arc in Gintama, and after that, the anime ends. Because I think the manga is already done. I could be wrong on that, but when it comes to the anime, I know that this is ending. They're not doing any more. But I'm not caught up with Gintama, so I'm not going to be doing videos on this. This would be something that I would watch, trust me, because I've heard a lot of great stuff about Gintama, but the long episodes really do intimidate me. I mean, it's going to take a long time before I can even catch up with that, you know, and there's still other stuff that I need to watch and read on the side, so yeah. Sorry, Gintama fans, but sadly, I won't be doing videos on this. Alright, next up, we have Aka 13ku Kansatsuka. Alright, so this is by Studio Madhouse. Let's go. Madhouse. Okay, Madhouse doing another show. Okay, liking it already. As if it's done by Madhouse, it's more. Okay, it's a must. Alright, so this is based off a manga. The Kingdom of Dowa, which is subdivided into 13 states, is celebrating its monarch's 99th birthday. These 13 states have many agencies and are controlled by the giant organization known as ACCA. Within ACCA, John Otis is the second in command of the inspection agency. His agency has 10 people placed in each of the 13 states, with a central office in the capital city. They keep track of all the activities of ACCA across the kingdom and keep data on each state's ACCA office flowing towards the central office. Jin also often has business trips from the capital to the other districts to check on the situation and personnel there. Okay, so this is actually very interesting. Okay, so it's done by Studio Madhouse. Very good. It's based off a manga series, which could be either bad or good. However, by the description, it basically tells me from that synopsis right there that it's going to involve a lot of politics, which I personally really like in a series. I mean, depending on your outlook of some anime, you might like politics, you may not like politics. Because, like, for example, Spice and Wolf is a great series, and it actually has a lot of politics in that anime, especially when it comes to the currency on things that actually revolves around that series. But the politics in that series is technically what makes the series and how it, makes the series go on as you read through it. And political series does interest me. So this could actually be something really good. This could be something really good, depending if you like politics or not. So I'm definitely going to check this out. And I mean, it's done by Studio Madhouse. I mean, you might as well give it a try, right? Alright, next up we have Satan. Alright, so this is an original work. Okay, so it's done by A.K. Ziz and Studio Gokumi. I don't think I've heard of them either. The anime is an omnibus work that will consist of 4 episode arcs, focusing on each of the main heroines. The 3 planned story arcs will focus on Hikari, Tsukaneki, Toru Miyame, and Kyoko Tono. The love stories take place in the summer of the main character's second year of high school. The protagonist, Soichi, is anxious about growing up, and his homeroom teacher calls him to talk about his career plans. Soichi meets various girls and heads to an unknown future. So it's a school series, so it's definitely going to be slice of life. I mean, probably not. I don't know. It's an original work, so I'll probably give it a shot. Yeah, I'll give it a shot. Gabriel Dropout. Alright, so this is a comedy school and shonen and supernatural series. Let's read. Chief Angel has come to Earth. However, she became so used to life on Earth that she skips school and keeps playing online games, thus into self-destruction. It's a school comedy that Gabriel turns into a lazy angel. That sounds boring as fuck. I'm not gonna lie to you. So, probably not. I'm not gonna be reacting or doing videos on that, probably. Alright, next up is One Room. By Typhoon Graphics. The series will tell 3 stories raised in your one room. That's not enough of a synopsis, people. I don't know what to say to that, so I don't know. I need more description on that. Next up is Iron-Blooded Orphans, second season. So the second season is going to be continuing. That's very good. I heard many good things about Iron-Blooded Orphans. Sorry, I'm still not caught up with Iron-Blooded Orphans, and I don't know if I will be able to catch up for the continuation, because the second season is already airing, and I wish I could catch up to it, but there's a lot of stuff that I still need to catch up with, especially for the winter season, so yeah, so probably not going to be doing videos on this, sorry about that, but heard many good things about it. Showa Genroku Rakugo. This is, again, one of the series that I need to catch up with. I heard many good things about Showa Genroku Rakugo. It's by Studio Dean. Heard many good things about it. I'm going to try my best to actually get caught up with it before the second season airs. Will I be able to do it? Who knows? So, we'll see what happens. Next up, we have Yomomushi Pedal. I'm not caught up with it, so probably not going to be able to do videos on it, but again, I heard it's pretty entertaining, but definitely, most likely, I'm not going to react to that, or do videos on, excuse me. Oh, God. Why? Super Lovers second season? I've seen the first season. I mean, the Otaku 18 ended up reacting to the first season of Super Lovers. I did not enjoy it.
and I know a lot of other people did not enjoy it as well in the Otaku A-Team. Yeah, no, just we don't talk about that. Alright, next up we have Schoolgirl Strikers animation channel. TV adaptation of Square Enix's smartphone light novel style RPG app that no. Not gonna be a do videos on that. I keep on saying reacting. I'm sorry about that. Alright, next up we have Minami Kamakura Koko Joshi G Tensha Boo. Okay. It's done by ACGT and JC staff. Okay. Story begins with Hiromi Maihara, a girl who moved from Nagasaki to Kamakura. She begins her new life in Kamakura and her first day in high school by bicycling to her school, but she has not ridden a bicycle since she was young. On the way to the ceremony for the first day, she meets Tome Akitsuki, and Tomoya helps her train to be better at cycling. That sounds boring, so no, not gonna react. Making videos on that. Next up, we have Bang Dream. Okay, Kasumi Koyama felt a fateful meeting with a star-shaped guitar in a pawn shop one day. There are 4 girls who, like Kasumi, have a dream of looking for a place that can spark them. Yeah, no, not gonna be doing that either. Nyanko Days. The 4-panel manga follows a shy girl named Tomoko who comes home from the school and is greeted by her 3 personified cats. No. Chirura Nibun no Ichi. Okay. In 1912, a young woman tracks down the elderly Nakakura Shinpachi, determined to hear the true story of the demon of the Shinsengumi, the vice commander Hijikata Toshizo. Hijikata's story begins in 1859, where he is a violent young man that is honing his sword skills while peddling his family's medicine. Soon in his quest to find stronger people to fight, Hijikata starts to come into contact with others who will eventually be his comrades in the Shinsengumi. The first one to make an impression of the brash young man is Kondo Isame, who proves to be a better fighter than Higijama. I mean, it sounds kind of cool. It's a historical action anime. The characters look quirky though, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a comedy as well. It's not listed as a comedy, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a comedy as well. Yeah, depending on this, I might make videos on, but I don't really know if this will be something worth making videos on, just judging by how it looks. However, the description sounds kind of cool, but I don't know. We'll see. Next up, Margina for Kiss Kata Sukuru Big Bang. JC staff, there's no synopsis available at this given moment in time. So I don't know. From judging by the photo, I don't really know if it will be something I react to, make videos on. Wow. Anyway, next up we have Onihei. This is by Studio M2, and it's a historical seinen. I like that. I like that cover right there. The blade arts of the devil tasked with striking down evil, threatening a peaceful Edo. Ooh, the Edo period. Okay. Heizao Hasagawa, upholding the role of chief officer protecting against crime and arson in 1783. The heart of the Tenmei era, Hasagawa held the office of a chief director of the department charged with sustaining safety in the region, suppressing the most vile of thieves and criminals, an individual largely feared, renowned as Devil Heizao. That could be very interesting. I'm definitely going to give that a shot, and yeah, I'm definitely going to give that a shot. Definitely going to give that a shot. I like historical seinen, especially if the character is like a swordsman in the Edo period, and Edo period right there, taking place in the Edo period, so that sounds legit. Definitely going to be doing videos on that, hopefully, if it is good. Next up, we have Payase, Watashi no Italian. High schooler Morino Nanase starts work at Trattoria Festa, an Italian restaurant filled with various and sundry quirky characters, and where through its unique cuisine she will begin to mature as a person. You can already tell it's a comedy series. I'm probably most likely not going to make videos on that. Next up we have Nomura Nobunaga no Shinobi. The gag manga centers on a young female ninja named Chidori, whose dream is to help the Warring States era warlord Oda Nobunaga to achieve his goals. Comedy and historical. TMNS Entertainment. Okay, I've heard of them. Probably not. Probably not. Next up, we have Tiger Mask, the continuation. It's airing this season, and it's getting continued on for next season. I personally, I thought I would like this, but I kind of dropped it after the first few episodes, so I'm not really going to watch it. Next up is Idol Jihen. Nope. Oh, it's done by Studio Mappa. That's cool, but nope. Not going to be doing that. Digimon Universe. Nope. Classical Lloyd. Comedy and music. Okay. In a rural town, undergoing revival through music, high school students Kane and Sosuke meet none other than the Beethoven and Mozart. Alright. Calling themselves Classical Lloyds, this mysterious duo creates a strange power through the music they play. And it's a comedy and music. That's actually kind of interesting. That doesn't seem like something that I can make videos for, though. But it does sound like something that I could possibly enjoy in my own time. We'll see. Next up, we have Cho Shonen, and it's by Studio Sunrise, which is cool. Next up, we have Cho Shonen Tante Dan Neo, DLE. The series follows the grandson of Kobayashi, a character in Edagawa Renpo's Detective Boys series. Probably not. Osumatsu-san. Wow, Osumatsu. I heard Osumatsu-san is actually very good, but I haven't watched the previous season of that. Heard it was good, but I don't really think I'm going to be able to catch up in time because, again, there's other things that I need to catch up to for this season. So, sadly, I'm not going to be making videos on this. Next up, we have Kemono Friends by Studio Yaoyorozu. Okay, haven't heard of that. Action and fantasy. The story takes place in Japari Park, a gigantic integrated zoo. In the zoo, due to the mysterious sandstar substance, the animals start turning into human-shaped creatures called animal girls. Of course. Okay. Japari Park is a place where many people visit and have fun at, but one day, a lost child wanders into the park. The lost child starts a journey to return, but because so many animal girls join in on the quest, it becomes an unexpected grand adventure. Nah. Next up, we have a comedy slice of life series called A My Me, Surgical Friends. Wow, that does not look like something I'm gonna watch. Yeah, definitely not gonna watch. Yami Shibai. Yami Shibai is actually a pretty freaky anime. I've seen, I think, the first core of it. There's other episodes, though, that have come out. But if you haven't seen, like, a freaky series, like, it's kind of, like, episodic in the sense. But definitely, Yami Shibai, I definitely think is something that you should check out. I, again, need to get caught up with it. But most likely, this isn't going to be something that I actually do videos on. But I personally enjoyed the episodes that I saw of Yami Shibai. Next up, we have Sengoku Chuju Giga. Alright. This is a leftover, apparently. Popular young actors and a unique cast together to have fun messing around and playing the roles of samurai general, blah, blah, blah. It was an anime to play around with both history and the general's history. Yeah, probably not. Next up, we have Kurakira Precure a la Mode. No. That doesn't seem like we're going to be doing either. I think we are in... Right here, I think we are in the shorts section right now. No, and no. Alright, so yeah, that pretty much does it for this video. Yeah, we are definitely in the short section right now. So, I think up until the point to where we get to... until we get to maybe Classical Lloyd, I think at the start of Cho Shonen Tantedan Neo, I think that's when we get into the OVA series. I'm not exactly sure if that's the case.
or excuse me, the shorts series. I'm not sure if that's the case though, but that's just going off my assumption. So, honestly, I don't really think there's going to be a whole lot that I actually do videos on this season that I review. But there is some anime that I do like that are coming out next season. Like, for example, Konosuba. Konosuba is definitely going to be my most anticipated for next season. I'm definitely stoked for that. Blue Exorcist, I personally enjoyed the first season. Definitely, hopefully going to enjoy in the second season if they adapt the Impure King arc correctly. But yeah, there's not really going to be a whole lot that I'm going to make videos on, but there will be a few that I end up checking out. So depending on the feedback that I get on this review when it comes to a few given series, definitely let me know if you would want to see videos on. Do you want to see reviews or live reactions for a given series? Let me know in the comments. Definitely, I know for a fact that I'm going to be live reacting to Konosuba because it's funny. It's really funny. Definitely check out Konosuba if you haven't. But yeah, I really think this does about it for the anime that I will be watching for the winter season. Let me know in the comments down below on what you guys will be watching for the winter season of next year when it comes to anime. Again, we'll see what happens next season, how many videos I can end up coming out for you guys, because I do think I need to compensate, more videos to actually put out that I didn't really get the chance to do when it came to this season. But hopefully next year could be the brand new start of, actually progressing with my channel with new videos. So definitely stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, again, let me know in the comments down below on what anime you will be watching. What anime do you think I should watch and make videos on? Definitely give this video a like if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see reviews or live reactions, anything that revolves around the anime entertainment medium, then definitely hit that red subscribe button down below, as I do a bunch of anime content here on my channel. So yeah, guys, that about does it for this video. I'm sorry that it was long, but I wanted to at least go over all the anime and at least give some of these series a chance rather than judging them by their covers, so to speak. And again, when it comes to these series, again, some of these series that I do end up checking out, I could end up dropping later on as we progress throughout the season, but we'll go over that at a later time. But with that said, I'm going to head up out of here. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all